rape and brutal murder of a Kiang woman in Thanchi's Tindu Union. Allegations of renewed settler violence in the hills. Staff correspondent Bandaban, Diary May 5, 2025. On May 5, 2025, a horrifying incident occurred in Mongkoi Para, Kiang Para, Ward 8 of No. 2 Tindu Union under Thanchi Upazila of Bandaban district. A local Jum, shifting cultivation farmer, Chingma Kiang, a woman from the indigenous Kiang community, went missing while planting paddy in the Jum fields, as she did every day. A few hours later, villagers and her family members found her lifeless body nearby. Eyewitnesses and villagers reported the body was in a horrific state. Her eyes had been gouged out, there were marks of head injuries, and clear signs of sexual assault were present. Locals alleged that 3 Bengali settler youths raped and brutally murdered her. The suspected perpetrators have reportedly been identified by local residents. This is not an isolated incident. Recently, a Mama woman in Kaukali Upazila of Rangamati was also raped by a Bengali settler. But to date, no investigation or justice has followed. Such cases are routinely buried. The perpetrators walk free, while the victims and their communities carry the pain and trauma. This incident has once again cast a shadow of grief and rage across the indigenous population in the hills. It is worth noting that this atrocity occurred just a day after the 36th anniversary of the infamous Longadu massacre, one of the most brutal chapters in the history of the Chittagong Hill Tracts, where many indigenous women were raped and killed. The indigenous communities allege that the lack of justice in past atrocities has only emboldened the perpetrators to commit such inhumane acts again and again. An indigenous rights activist stated, "These incidents have become normal in the hills. The state turns a blind eye. The army camps, instead of ensuring our safety, have become shelters for the settlers. If we demand a settler-free hill region, we are labelled traitors. Yet our women, our lands, our rights, all are being looted. Call for justice and state accountability." Under the militarised reality of the hill districts, ordinary indigenous people have long faced injustice and harassment in arrest, legal proceedings, and access to justice. Thus, locals have expressed serious doubts about the role of the army camps and civil administration in Chingma Kiang's case as well. They are asking, who will ensure justice for this brutality? What explanation will the army camp commander give? Will the so-called equality-promoting government ever hear our cries? The rape and murder of Chingma Kiang is not an isolated crime. It is part of a systematic oppression unfolding in the Chittagong Hill Tracts. Violence against indigenous women, settler land grabbing and state neglect have become a grim reality. The entire indigenous community is demanding a thorough investigation and justice, while also questioning, will this too be another chapter of impunity? Would you like this formatted as a press release or an article for publication?
নেট পাওয়া যায় এখান থেকে হালকা গেলে একটু আবার ফেসবুক কিছুটা চালাই এখানে আশেপাশে সবই তো জুম না এই যে পাশে একটা পাড়া নিচে ওনারা থাকে না বাবা আর এখানে আওয়াজ করলে লোকজন যাবে এটা সবার তো এটা একটু ইয়াতে ওই 1 কিলো মতো তারপরে এই জুম ওই জুম সবাই একটাই জুম একটা জুম তারপরে উপরে নাকি জুম সবগুলো এটা হচ্ছে এনাদের হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ